Hello, everyone. This is Cheyenne Marling with Wood O'Brien's, an Empire response company. I wanted to take the opportunity to record this informational video to help all of you better understand how to utilize our compensation report, the data that's included in that report, to help you assess and elevate your marketability. So most people kind of zero in right on the money and what they can earn, but the report is filled with so much great information to help you assess your marketability to your peers. And then also, more importantly, help you build a roadmap to elevate your marketability for that next role or promotion. Now, before we get started in today's presentation, I want to just quickly take a moment and highlight that, again, I'm with Wood O'Brien's. And I'm not within human resources at Wood O'Brien's. I'm actually within the corporate resilience consulting team. So Wood O'Brien's is primarily known for their government sector work, debris cleanup, and what have you. But I'm within the corporate resilience consulting team. So my team provides clients with consulting services to help them become better resilient, encompassing business continuity, crisis management. We do help small organizations up to very, very large organizations. Those last two bullet points you see there, research and analytics and staff augmentation and recruiting, those are the two service offerings that I manage within the organization. So obviously research and analytics includes the compensation assessment, the resilience management trends, as well as how taking a look at how different crises impact organizations and how companies kind of pre-plan for a crisis and get better prepared. Staff augmentation and recruiting, I've been focused in staff augmentation recruiting for over 25 years. And that includes helping our clients with identifying staff from entry level all the way up to heads of program. Anything within business continuity, disaster recovery, crisis management, emergency management, supplier resiliency, third-party risk management. And even though I'm based in Southern California, I've always helped clients on a worldwide basis, contract to hire, and direct hire staffing. Now, for today's presentation, most professionals are not very diligent about assessing their skills and building a career roadmap. So fortunately, our global resiliency report can really help you in this endeavor. And we're going to showcase some of screenshots from the report to help you kind of better understand how to utilize the data to help you with your career planning and really assessing your marketability. But we're also going to take a look at those customized dashboards as well. So I have some screenshots to share in today's presentation. But for those of you who did participate or still want to participate in our annual study, you have until November 30th, 2024. But the dashboards are only made exclusive to those individuals who confidentially participate in our study. When you do confidentially participate, you must include an email address. It can be personal. In fact, we prefer that. So we know where to send your customized dashboard to. But then within the study, you choose if you want your dashboard customized by years of experience or by job title. The job titles are very generic to have some conformity in the data because obviously program manager can mean so many different things between different organizations. So we're going to go through a lot of that data today as well. And then we're also going to talk about career planning. It's really imperative that you take the time to invest in your career strategy. And I'm going to highlight some tips on how you can utilize these data finds to help you kind of build that career roadmap. And then we're going to end up with some or wrap it up with some helpful tips. Now, to get started, data shows if you want to get hired, stay hired, and grow your career, you must continually add your skills, grow professionally, and build a powerful personal brand. Our annual report highlights several data findings on management, real world experience, leadership skills, and we also provide helpful pro tips that are scattered throughout the report to really help you in this endeavor. So again, I stress if you haven't received your the complimentary report, you can easily do so by going to bcmanagement.com, hover over BCM compensation and career studies, and it will have a link right there. But I'm also going to go through that at the end of the presentation too. So to get started, here's some screenshots directly taken from that annual compensation report. So here's the first one I wanted to start off with. This is a global assessment, and all of the individuals who responded for this global assessment, all the currencies were converted to US dollar. So global assessment compensation, average annual base compensation by degree. Now, obviously, most people really kind of zero right in on the money. you can see here that 42% of all the respondents globally have obtained a master's degree or equivalent. You can also see that 84% total have an advanced degree. 44% of those are master or PhD doctorate. And our data also shows that professionals who have an advanced degree will on average out earn their non-advanced degree counterparts by 13%. So one thing to keep in mind if you want to increase your marketability, if you do not have a degree, this might be one thing that you definitely want to look at. And the compensation report as well as the dashboards do go into more depth on degreed programs within resilience planning, be it emergency management, business continuity, but we have a list of degreed programs within the appendix of the report too. Now, the next slide, looking at average annual base compensation by certification status. Again, this is a global assessment, and the data shows that 81% have obtained a certification. And our data also shows that professionals who are certified will on average out earn their non-certified counterparts by 4%. So again, I encourage you to look at not just the compensation numbers, but the percent of respondents who may be certified, may degreed, what have you. But in the report, we go into much more detail on the different certifications that are most prevalent within the profession. And you can also see by the earning potential by the different certifications as well. A lot of certifications have been coming out there, guys, now looking at third-party risk management, cyber resiliency, risk management. So much more than just business continuity. And our data goes into great depth in that within the report, but even more so in the customized dashboards. Now we look at the number of certifications. It's really important to be selective. So although multiple certifications can increase your marketability to potential employers, it can also be detrimental to your career. Employers are savvy in recognizing that having too many acronyms after your last name takes time to maintain, right? So we suggest being selective, choosing the top 2 or 4 certifications that will meet your current and future career goals. So you can see here that 65% have, if they are certified, if you are certified, 65% of those who are certified have multiple certifications. And you can see as far as the compensation starts to increase from there. Most individuals, you want to look at maybe 3 to 4, maybe 2 to 4 certifications. Our study shows that those who have usually 6+ certifications have a lot of those self-independent study certifications such as CERT, NIMS, ICS, and what have you. Now, the report, like I mentioned in the customized dashboards, goes into a lot of detail on this. So definitely want to dig in. And our data also shows that professionals with multiple certifications on average will out earn their counterparts with one certification by 13%. And that comes down to companies, many of them will prefer or require a certification within their job description. And that's because they really put a lot of value in the certifying body in verifying your expertise and that you meet the level of those hard skills and you know how to go about the planning efforts and you've been tested according to that. Now our next slide, looking at average annual base compensation by presentation experience. Again, this is a global assessment. I do want to stress that our report and dashboards again go into other management skills, real world skills. So again, it's not just about the compensation earning potential, but take a look and see the percent of respondents that have given presentations, percent of respondents who have activated a program during a crisis, number of percent of respondents who have built a program from the ground up. So here you can see that 30% have never given a presentation, okay? And 22% of respondents who have presented over 11 times on average will out earn their peers with less presentation expertise by 29%. Also, we look at publishing experience. So 59% have never published, 62% have never served on a board. When I say board, like an industry association board, like there's ACPs, there's BIRPA, there's BIRMA, there's quite a few out there, CPO. So again, it's really important as a professional, if you're a leader within the industry, a company, if they're looking to hire, they're going to expect that you're going to be a leader for their program, that you're going to be a leader within their organization. So hiring managers more than ever before want to champion someone who can bring results, leverage the relationships within an organization to advance the program. And being viewed as a leader and a champion in the profession will not only impact your earning potential, but it will absolutely open up opportunities for your career growth. It's important to note that you can be a leader at any point of your career. You don't need to wait until you have 10 plus years of experience. So you can be a leader at any point with your career. And you don't necessarily need to be a quote unquote manager or a leader of the team or a director. You can be a leader from within, cheering others on, supporting your team, thinking outside the box, taking on new projects. So, again, I want to stress that stepping out of your comfort zone definitely pays. So, think about ways you can do that and go through our data and make assessments from there. Now, we look at skills assessment specifically from the compensation dashboard. I'm going to highlight some screenshots, but the report is filled with an incredible amount of data, but it's absolutely impossible to include everything within one report, especially if you want something customized by your job title or by years of experience. So that's where our customized dashboards come in, where you can really understand how you compare to your peers across management competencies, real world experience, leadership skills, certifications, degrees. So we're going to cover just some overview of some of the screenshots. But again, I encourage you, this is where it comes into getting those dashboards is really, really helpful. So to start off here, we have degree. This one, the screenshot that I have is for full-time permanently employed only for the US for director or VP. So you can see for those individuals who are US based, who indicate they're director or VP, which means, and according to our study, managing a program, it can be across the entire organization or within a business unit with staff management. And so you can see here that over half, slightly over half, have a master's degree and a PhD or doctorate, and only 5% have a high school diploma. So if you're going for an opportunity, you can kind of see how your skill sets may compare to your peers, right? And then if we go to the next slide, we look at the certification status. Again, still focused on those individuals who are based in the US, who are directors or VPs. You can see that about 78% have obtained a certification. And you can see that as far as majority, what the earning potential is there as well. I do want to highlight that when you do get your dashboard, there is some text that cuts off in the data charts. That's because it's taking the question, the study response, the different selection options directly from the study. So you will get a key to help you read your dashboard so you can better understand what text might be missing within your data chart. Looking at the next one, now we have the number, looking again, the USA Director VP individuals, percent of permanent employees by number of certifications. Now, the only bummer that we have in the dashboard is that it kind of, as far as organizing it, you can either go by percent or by percent. So it goes 2, 1, 3. So the certifications on the bottom are not in order. It's by order of percents. But again, you can see that a majority of those individuals who are US based director or VP, if they are certified, they tend to either have between 1 to 3 certifications as a majority. Now, if we go to the last screenshot from the dashboard, we can look at compensation earning potential within presentation skills. So again, focusing on US-based respondents who are director or VP. And you can see here that more individuals are giving presentations in comparison to just the screenshot we shared from the report, right? So here we have only about 24% have never given a presentation. So again, information that is incredibly valuable to understand how your skill sets, your marketability may compare to your peer group, right? And we also have quite a bit of information that's not included in today's presentation that's included within the dashboard in the report, those real world skills of building a program from the ground up, activating a program during a crisis, what's your involvement or engagement with executive management, so much more. Now, when we look at strategizing your career, it's absolutely imperative that you take the time to invest in yourself. and really take a look at your career and make sure that your career aligns to not only industry trends, but your personal world as well. So I want to stress career growth doesn't always mean a new job, but it absolutely does mean building new skills, gaining new experiences to build up and strengthen your network as a part of your career planning. And it absolutely, you guys, it does not happen overnight. It's a continual process, a continual curiosity, and understand the current trends, new developments that might impact your career. And it absolutely does require you to challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone. It demands time for professional development. And there is not, I guarantee you, not one successful person out there who has not dedicated a considerable amount of time to learning. No one is born brilliant. Absolutely no one's born brilliant. So when you look at building your career and strategizing your career, start off by building a plan. Do this on an annual basis. Perhaps take yourself out for lunch on your birthday. Look back on what you've accomplished in the last year and what you want to accomplish in the year out. And do a SWOT on yourself. Skills gap analysis. What skills do you have? What skills do you want to grow upon? So SWOT obviously is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Utilize our current report as a part of this annual exercise. And take initiative, research professional development opportunities, books, podcasts, online classes. Set goals, create markers, measure your progress. And when you think about SMART goals, that comes down to specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound goals. Things that you can accomplish in the next year that will help you accomplish your career goals over a 3-year period. So, one excellent example of a SMART goal would be getting certified. What certification is going to help you best obtain your career goal in the next 3 years out? And also, you know, determine what you want to be known for, embrace networking, get innovative and pitch new ideas, define your audience, create a brand. And it's also important when you're setting your career goals to incorporate your personal aspirations. Ensure that your professional goals blend nicely with your personal life. Not everyone wants to be a chief risk officer taking calls at all times of the day from different time zones. So, for most people, blending of the professional and personal life will change over time. I can guarantee what I wanted in my 20s is not what I want in my 40s and 50s. So, as priorities change, you have to adjust and replace goals as appropriate. And think of career planning as a living document. It should be revised once or twice a year. And similarly to keeping organizations resilient, these steps help you keep your career resilient and moving forward. And be smart about your career. Don't just jump for more money. Usually that's not going to make you happy in the long run. So some key takeaways. I hope you enjoyed kind of this informational video. But as far as key takeaways, be sure to review the entire report, entire dashboard. Don't just zoom in on the money. Think about the percent of respondents and your marketability and how you match your peers. Our complimentary report is filled with so many great key insights and pro tips to help you jumpstart your career. So dig in, enjoy. Don't just stop at the compensation assessment, like I mentioned. Use our data to help you strategize your career. Use our sample benchmarking methodology to determine your fair compensation or marketable compensation. And also, if you're a hiring manager, think about how you can utilize this data to help you, have that compensation band that's really going to attract the candidate you want to fill the job, and you're not just circling with offers being declined. And absolutely share our compensation data assessment with friends so they can confidentially participate. They can receive their own dashboard. This study will remain open through November 30th, 2024. All new respondents will auto-populate into the dashboards that have already been created. So you can easily go to our compensation study here. I think it might come up, copy of BCM compensation study, or you can easily go to bcmanagement.com, hover over research and insights, select BCM compensation career studies, and then click on participate global compensation study. Now, if you ever have any questions, please reach out to me. Follow me on LinkedIn. I usually like to post things there about trends and what's going on in the employment market. Thank you for listening in. And again, go to our website to not only get our compensation data findings, but we have a lot of great information on trending analysis, how crises impact organizations. You can opt in for our BCM career alerts under Job Seeker. And if you ever need any help hiring or with consulting services, remember to reach out to me. Thanks so much, and I appreciate you listening in.